Alright guys, so today we actually got our first look at the brand new map for Piggy Book 2 Chapter 7. Now, for the people unaware, for the people not in the know, Piggy Book 2 Chapter 7 is going to be coming out this weekend. That is the projected date, the release date for the new chapter, along with the big Piggy update that Minitoon and everyone's really been hyping up. And of course, this will be part 1 of the second half of Book 2, because Chapter 6 was kind of like the end of the first half, and then this is the beginning of the second half. So I'm really excited to see where the story goes. Now, before we hop into the map, I do want to remind you guys that if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because this week we're going to be covering not only the new Roblox egg hunt event, but also, of course, Piggy Book 2 Chapter 7 and all the stuff with it. With that being said, though, Minitoon tweeted this out here a little bit earlier. He said, "I've always wanted to visit this place, but I never got the chance to. I heard stories of how during the long nights you could catch the distant cheers by the many musicians performing. Now all that's left is the lonesome echo of their strings." Now, he said this in the form of a quote, so this is obviously a character saying this. We'll talk about which character here in a second. And then he posted this photo here, which is a photo of the new map, and it's kind of dark, so let's go ahead and brighten it up a little bit. So here's the new map brightened up. You can tell it's once again at nighttime, and we seem to be inside of a city. A lot of the buildings actually kind of look very similar to the buildings with gallery. Kind of maybe this is actually near the gallery map. Like the windows here and the windows in the gallery map kind of look similar. Now, right off the bat, I do want to point out that Minitoon said that this map is going to be sort of a mix of the house map and the city map put together, which is great for me, because those are actually two of my favorite maps, so I'm excited for that. And looking at this photo, that does actually make sense, because if we go off of the Piggy doors, you know, the ones that you can actually interact with, well, these doors right here, they are the type that you can actually open, as well as the doors over here in the blue building. You can actually open those as well. So what seems to be going on here is we seem to be in some sort of street, and all the buildings on that street you can actually get into. So you can go into this brown building here, you can go up to the top, you can go on that balcony, and of course you can go in this blue building as well and actually go inside of that. I'm guessing you can also go in the green building as well. Now, someone asked if you can actually jump off this balcony here with no harm, because it does seem that you can actually fall off of it. And Minitoon did say that he wasn't originally going to allow that, but bringing back fall damage would be kind of fun, so it looks like you will be able to actually fall off of that balcony. Now, something I'm really curious about here is how this actually fits into the previous tweet that Minitoon put out. We actually made a video on it a few days ago about, you know, Minitoon talking about there being a lighthouse. I think it's very clear at this point that this is not on a boat. There is not a city on a boat, so I'm guessing the next chapter will be the boat chapter. This seems, I'm guessing, will take place near a harbor or a boat or the ocean. Maybe there's a lighthouse at the end of the street, and maybe you escape the map by actually getting in the lighthouse. I mean, we know there's got to be a lighthouse somewhere in this map here on the street, because Minitoon tweeted that there's a lighthouse here, and obviously it's by the ocean. There's the ocean emoji. So my prediction is maybe we just go into the lighthouse at the end. Maybe that's the escape door. Maybe that's what we need the white key to get into, and maybe that's just how we escape the map. Now, reading the quote through here one more time, "I've always wanted to visit this place, but I never got the chance to. I heard stories of how during the long nights you could catch the distant cheers by the many musicians performing. Now all that's left is the lonesome echo of their strings." So going off this quote here, I'm gonna guess that maybe this is Pony or Willow that's saying this, and I'm guessing he's talking about the house in the background. Maybe this is some sort of like theater or musicians group or like a choir or something like that. It seems to be a pretty old building, and I guess it wasn't too uncommon for a lot of buildings like this to have some sort of little music group that would, you know, go in there and play songs or whatever have you, maybe on like the weekend or something like that. And with there being a balcony and a second floor, I'm guessing that this is in fact some sort of like music theater building. So that's my theory on that anyway. You guys can let me know what you think about that quote down below, which does actually make me wonder, maybe the Piggy for this chapter is going to be some sort of like theater Piggy, you know, like some sort of musician. Maybe he's gonna have like a violin or something like that. Either way, I'm pretty excited for this. The city is actually one of my favorite chapters as well. Of course, you know, the house map is pretty awesome too. So combining the two, where you get the house, you can go in the house, you can, you know, play around, go upstairs, all that stuff, and then go out into the city and go down the street and all that. That sounds pretty cool to me. So like I said, go ahead and make sure you guys are subscribed. I'm gonna be covering this. I'm gonna be live streaming this. I mean, obviously you guys already know that. It's kind of just what I do. So go ahead and subscribe and keep using star code Real Creek when you're buying your Roblox and Roblox Premium. It helps me out a lot. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know all your theories down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.